Hello everyone. In the last video, we have seen some of the standard problems of calculus of variations. Okay, we saw the minimum arc length problem, then the surface of revolution. We saw one example of functional where it is depending on a surface. Okay, now let us see what is this Brechistochrone problem. Okay, to start with, let us first state the problem. Let A and B be 2 points the time taken by a particle to slide under gravity along some path joining the points A and B and hence this will give a functional. Okay, we'll see what this problem gives rise to which functional. Okay, like for the arc length problem we saw that it is giving rise to this functional, right? Okay, so the problem vy of x and it gave rise to this functional. Okay, so this thing gives rise to a functional. Then the curve that takes the least time is called Brechistochrone curve, and it is geometrically, if you mathematically go to see, this is the name of that curve. Okay, but if you see it, because usually such names are given from the founder or some background is there, but mathematically if you see, it is nothing but a cycloid. Okay, and this problem of finding a curve of least time, so this problem of finding a curve of least time is called a Brechistochrone problem. The functional for this problem, is given by Vy of x equal to integral from a to b. Okay, a to b, let's make this a to b, point a to b, it remain the same because it's that same point. Okay, or because I will write it in coordinates. Okay, let's keep this as capital A and capital B. From a to b, root of 1 plus y dash square divided by y dx. Okay, there will be one gravity factor coming here, we'll look at that later on. It's just a constant. Okay, and here the points A and B will be those point A will be A comma y of A, and this point B will be B comma y of B. We'll see this in the diagram. And y of x is a path taken by a particle. Okay, so let us take the system in this way. We have one point here, and other point here. Okay, so that is A and B, and this is a curve. Okay, that curve is this y of x. Okay, so for each y of x we will get something. Okay, so this point becomes what? A y of A, and this point becomes B y of B. Okay, as I have said in the last video, this brachistochrone problem is what? Here it's a problem. What is the question? We want to find a curve that takes the least time. Okay, so if you think, what should be this? This should be something related to time, right? Okay, so this is giving us time, and we want to minimize that time. For each y of x, for one curve y of x we will get one time, for other curve y of x we will get some different time, and accordingly, and we want to find that curve such that time, that answer should be the minimum one. So this is the brachistochrone problem. Okay, and therefore it is also called as, like I have said in the previous video, problem of shortest, or the not the shortest, quickest descent. Okay, so particle is sliding from here to here, so the problem of quickest descent. Okay, so it gives rise to this functional. Let us just see briefly how do we get this functional. Okay, so suppose we have a particle of mass m, and it moves along some curve under the influence of gravity. Okay, let us suppose this is that curve, and it is moving under the influence of gravity. We will assume the motion is in 2 dimension here. It's 2-dimensional motion for a fixed point A to a fixed point B. Okay, this is the point A and this is point B. From this point to this point, a particle of mass m is sliding. Okay, there is a some part of physics involved here when we derive this functional. Okay, so particle is sliding from here to here. We can imagine that a particle is some ball or some round shaped thing, whatever you can consider. For simplicity, let's consider one ball which moves along a rigid wire without the friction, okay, of that wire. Okay, so if you put that ball along some rigid wire, it is moving like this and coming to this point B. Okay, now what is the question? The question is, what is the shape of the wire for which the time to get from point A to point B is minimized? Okay, so this is the question. So to get a functional, let us choose the coordinate system which is shifted from the original one. Okay, let us shift this. You all might have come across this shifting process in many of the topics before. Okay, so let us shift this and consider that this is a point at origin and then it is coming down. Okay, so you might consider it as from 0, 0 to then it is coming down to some point B. Okay, it's sliding down. So we have chosen a coordinate system with the origin at point A. So this is our point A, and the y-axis is downwards like this. Y-axis is downwards. This is x-axis, and this is our origin. So to draw in terms of, if I want to draw a better figure, it will be like this. Origin point, no, we have considered this as origin, so it won't no longer remain like this, and it's the curve from here to here. Okay, this is a y-axis and the curve, we have shifted that curve. Okay, so initially what we do is, the potential energy will be is equal to kinetic energy by considering the several facts like conservation of energy law. Okay, that is the sum of kinetic energy and the potential energy at a point, it is a constant. Okay, and several other facts. We start with the equation potential energy equal to kinetic energy. See here, when the particle is here, it is at rest. Okay, so if we start with this expression, half mv square, that is where v is the velocity, m is the mass, okay, and is equal to the potential energy. The potential energy is given by mgh. Okay, so in this case ours will be y. Okay, now why I have directly taken it to be equal, we have not gone in detail about the explanation. I am just trying to give you some rough idea. Okay, because we will be dealing only with the methods and not deriving these functionals. Okay, so once we solve this, it comes out to be that v is equal to root of 2 gy. Okay, and this will give us that missing factor which I was saying here. Okay, and this is the velocity. Okay, this is the velocity factor, and the distance is, as we have seen before, it is given by this 1 plus dy by dx the whole square, this dx. Okay, and what is velocity? Velocity is distance upon time. Velocity is distance upon time, right? So the factor will be this is the velocity. Okay, by doing some change of variable and by using some facts of physics, it comes out that this dt is equal to root of 1 plus, okay, so if I take this on the other side, dt, and that v here. Okay, but it will not directly be true that I can just shift this dt and this v here. Okay, there are some change of variable things which are to be done. We will not get involved in that, but just an idea of what it is. And this factor y dash whole square okay, this dx divided by that v, 2gy, okay, which is giving 1 upon root of 2g into 1 plus y dash square root that dx, it's outside, divided by root of y. Okay, so that's the time, and so it's a dt factor, no? So we want time t, so we integrate it and then we get the functional this. The total time of descent is this descent, the total time of this descent is integral over a small dt, means over a small element. Okay, we want the total time from here to here, so the total time is given by integral from point a to point b. We have considered it as 0 here, we had shifted the problem to origin and the next point whatever it is, so let's call it some b. Okay, then it will become root of 1 plus y dash square divided by 2gy dx. Okay, and therefore we get this functional. So whatever this quantity is, it is giving us time, and we want that curve which will minimize this functional. Okay, for y1 you will get some time, for y2 you will get some other value of time, for y3 some other value of time. Okay, and therefore this is a functional and we want to minimize that. We want that curve which will give us the minimum time. So that is the Brechsteau-Krohn problem. Okay, and when we solve this, after learning the method, we will solve this functional to obtain the curve y of x. Okay, once we get the curve y of x, it will be observed that y of x, the curve of quickest descent, is a cycloid. And what is a cycloid? A cycloid is a curve that is produced by tracing the path of a point on a circle as that circle rolls along a straight line, okay, or some straight path. If you have some straight path, okay, and if I consider a circle here and I mark one point, okay, if you consider one circle and mark one point here, and as we keep rolling this circle on this line, whatever path is traced by this point, okay, that curve is called as a cycloid. Okay, and whatever answer we will get for this functional after solving this functional, that curve will be nothing but a cycloid. Okay, and such a curve of quickest descent is called as a Brechsteau-Krohn curve. Okay, now why it is a Brechsteau-Krohn is because the word Brechsteau-Krohn is a Greek word, it's derived from Greek, and in Greek Brechstos means the shortest and chronos means the time. Okay, Brechstos means the shortest and chronos, this means the time. Okay, and hence the curve Brechsteau-Krohn curve, it has a very verbal meaning. These words tell us the meaning of that curve. So originally it is like this mathematician named Johann Bernoulli, he posed this problem, okay, and he posed the problem in following words. The words were: given 2 points A and B in a vertical plane, assign a path AMB. Okay, so assign a path AMB, basically M is for the path, AMB, to the moving body M, along which the body will arrive to the point B, falling by its own gravity and beginning from point A in the least time. Okay, so in these words he posed a problem and he challenged to find the answer to this problem. Okay, his name was Johann Bernoulli. So that is Brechistochrone problem.